Hello, everyone. This is Ellen Campbell with Campbell's Creation coming to you live. And before I begin to do any sewing and stuff, I want to tell y'all about this international quilt marathon. And everyone is invited and welcome to join. And you will find some more information about this in the description of this video. You will find the Zoom link where you can join. It will be taking place on July the 22nd of this year. It begins at 9 a.m. in the morning and ends at 9 p.m. in the afternoon on that very day. Hello, June. How you doing? Thank you for joining me. I was wanting to invite you all to this International Stitch Museum because I think it's going to be wonderful. You're going to have different hosts coming in at different times. And with Zoom, I'm not sure how many people will be allowed to join, but I know some accounts allow up to 100 people, and I'm going to try to attend it. I'm going to be in it, and I will be filming, sewing, and I will also be streaming on 2 different devices. So I'll be looking forward to seeing you all there. Check out the link in this description and the time, start, and the date for that event. June said, "Good, Ellen. How are you?" I'm doing good. I'm doing good. Just trying to get a little quilting done. I'm doing a little straight line quilting today. I know I probably won't be here long because I've been having issues with my back, but other than that, I'm doing good. I try not to let it stop me. Okay. So my straight line sewing on this quilt is just 1/4 inch lines. Some area you'll see where I have. And when I made this quilt, y'all, I made this quilt when I was back in Mississippi. It's a quilt top I done had for a long period of time, and I'm just not getting around trying to quilt it up. But I have some difficult areas in it because this burgundy you see here, this is a knit fabric, and I made it with knit fabric and cotton fabric. So with the 2 I put together, now I have to figure out a quilting style that will best hold them and look better, you know. Some of the fabric is like wonky. Like you said, cat is wonky, it do that. June said, "That's a girl." Oh, thank you, thank you. I'm just doing this little sewing, trying to get it done. I've been working on it a little while, and I'm using my presser foot to measure out my seams. And sometimes I sew fast and sometimes I don't. But I do enjoy doing this. And when I'm done, it looks okay. I'm gonna do this long, you know, up until I can't stand to sit in this chair anymore. And when I do it like this, it kind of go a little fast, a little quickly here. Okay, look like it's just me and you, June, just at the moment. But I enjoy sitting and sewing today, Tuesday. It took me a few minutes to get my information programmed into the description and stuff. Hi, Melissa. How you doing? She said, hello, Miss Ellen. How you doing? I'm fine. Just doing some straight line quilting, and I'm trying to do them in a 1/4 inch. It's a 1/4 inch, scant 1/4 inch in width. I wouldn't say they're exactly on the head. I'm well, just checking in with you. Okay, Melissa, thank you for stopping by. I was inviting everyone to the International Stitch Marathon that's coming up July the 22nd. So y'all check out my description for more details. And I'm pretty sure it's gonna be a full awesome day. This is not too bad. The feet is got it. I like to put my hand on it to hold it. Trying to keep these stitches straight. And I have a lot to go on this quilt. I did it with a no binding edge. I have so many tops I need to go and get quilted up, so I just start sewing, y'all. I enjoy this. Sometimes I come in here and put my gospel music on and I just listen and sew. Hello, Around to It. How are you? She said, hello, Miss Ellen and everyone. Congratulations on 500 subscribers. Yes, thank you. Thank you. I really forgot to look at it again, but I was excited seeing the numbers go up, and I'm just happy. That's all. Happy that I have more people that I can share what I do, what I love to do with. If you're new to my channel, welcome, welcome, welcome. Please be confident in knowing that you are allowed to ask whatever questions you need to ask. If I know, I will let you answer them here live. If I don't know, I will ask someone else if they're in the conversation. Can they step in and help out? I believe in helping one another to achieve their goals. Let me see. I got some more. Let me check the rest of my messages. Sorry. Okay. Did I miss? Hello, Shirley. Okay. I'm so glad everybody could join me. I'm not going to be here long because I am having some back issues, y'all. When I made this quilt with knit and cotton, I was just using what I had. I'm like, I saw how to make this block and I was just so fond of it. I said, I got to make it out of something. I want to see how it going to look. And when I got through, this is what I have, a knit and cotton quilt. My table keep catching it on the corners. Kind of make it hard for the feed dogs to pull it on through. When I get through with this one, y'all, I got some more I need to be working on, but I took a pause from my cathedral window quilt top I've been working on. And when I finish this one, I'm going back to it because I have some more white fabric and I'll be working on that another row. As I say, another panel of those. I'm doing it in rows and a 25 patch. Seems like the 25 patches go so good to me. Hi, Beverly. How you doing? She said, hello, Ellen and everyone. How are you doing today? I'm doing pretty good. I just got my back kind of bothering me a little bit. I know why it's bothering me because I walked. My vehicle had kind of stopped. Didn't want to crank on me due to some kind of electrical issue or the battery. And I walked to the parts store down let's say it might have been maybe a mile and a half walk. And that walk kind of aggravated something. It really did. But I enjoyed that walk. I got what I needed in and I came back home. And I put it on my van and it still won't start because I thought it was the posters on my battery. And I put in the new screws and stuff I needed for my battery post, but it ain't that. It's something else. And I don't really feel like going out there taking stuff apart, trying to fool with it. So now I can't get around too good unless I call an Uber or a Lyft or something. I'm trying not to skip any one comment. Beverly says, oh, Ellen, take care of yourself. I'm trying, Beverly. Thank you. Hi, Colleen. How you doing? She said, hello, Miss Ellen and everyone. I'm glad you could pop in. Say hello. Okay. I see one of my babies came in. Both of them might be in here. I shut the door. I don't be wanting them to come in here. They supposed to be my company anyway. I got 2 little kittens. I'm kind of miss my other cat that I had. I don't know what really happened to her. I believe somebody took her. I would let her go outside in the backyard, and when I go to the door and call her, she would come running. But now, she's just completely missing in action. So I got 2 boy kittens. And I've been thinking long and hard about having them. Where I'm at, I have to pay rent for them. I am. Oh, you talking to Colleen too? Okay. Hi, Emily. How you doing? She said, hello, Ellen. I hope you are well. I am sewing with you. It's 7:20 p.m. here in England. Oh, Emily, you in England. Well, welcome. I'm glad you're sewing with me. You have any questions, do ask. If I can answer them, I will. If somebody else know the answer, they're more than welcome to help. Welcome, welcome. Y'all look, I'm down here playing. This is Tiny. He's a little boy. Hi, Tanny. Down here messing with me, y'all. When they want attention, they'll mess with me. Oh. Tara Harris. Excuse me, y'all. Let me mute y'all 1 second, please. Okay, I'm back. Sorry about that. That was an important call. I just turned off my phone after that one because seemed like every time I go live, my phone started ringing and other stuff started going off and stuff. So I just turned everything off. Ow, wee, ooh. You're welcome, Emily. She said, thank you for the welcome. You are so welcome. I have you have a kitty? What that BI kitty that helps me? They sure will. They love to come in the sewing room. I be trying to keep them out sometime. I scratch my hand on one of these pens. But yes, they be a lot of company while you sew, and I like having them sit up in the window while I'm sewing. They be looking out the windows, and all I can do is look over and see them, depending on which window they in. This feed dog is pulling this through pretty good. Normally, I would have my walking foot on, but I'm not using the walking foot today. I'm just using my regular, I guess it's a regular sewing foot, but it can also be used as a zipper foot, like the way it made. So, I need to pull this pen out. Y'all see these big long pens? I love these pens. I love these whitehead pens, and these are what I use to pin my quilt with. I'm gonna stand that up here, and I've been cutting, and I got more fabric I have to cut. Trying to keep it coming without sticking myself with these pens. I forgot. I was thinking of a design, how could I quilt this? And I forgot. I used to do a lot of straight line quilting. A lot of it. I have made little small comforters to go on the beds with curtains and pillow shams and pretty much a decoration for a whole bedroom. And I used to make them and sell them very cheap. And every one I made sold. And my pillowcases used to have ruffles. I used to put ruffles all around them. And I loved doing ruffles so much, y'all. Every straight stitch only machine I had, I used to try to get a ruffle foot to go on it. I used to make double stack pillows with ruffles. I did the heart pillows with ruffles. And I stacked hearts on top of hearts, make ruffle pillows. I just ain't been making a lot of that lately. I don't know why. I feel like I'm slowing down or something. Now ain't the time to really slow down. It's time to speed up. I got too many quilt tops I need to get done. And if this video helps somebody, that's pretty much in the same shoes I am, God bless you. Because I'm using these straight stitches. These ain't real fancy, but can y'all see these stitches on here? I try to aim for at least a 1/4 inch. Maybe I turn them this way, y'all can see them in here. And I threads up a lot of bobbins, and now I'm down to this one in here, and I have 2 more ready to go over here beside me. And just imagine if I did have on the walking foot, it'll pull this through with no problem. But my feed dogs is in pretty good shape, so they doing what they supposed to do. And by me pinning it with the long straight pin, it helps me too. I used to pin with the safety pins, the large safety pins. But lately, these straight pins is better and easier for me to maneuver. And all these tails of thread, I just trim them off. Trim them off and put them in my threads and scraps. And then push that on over. Slide it on over. I don't really know what I'm gonna do with this one. I use it on or use it for, because I did a lot of testing with this one. Stop it. I did a lot of testing. Ooh. Okay. I'm going to have to slide this pin here out. Now my thing is lining it up. My edges and stuff on my table is catching. Ooh. I almost stuck myself again. I be wanting to keep it from pulling. I don't want it to pull or snatch a hole or something in it. Let me check out my messages. Hi Brenda, how you doing? She said congratulations on 500 subscribers. Thank you, Miss Brenda. Hi Patty. Thank you, Patty. She says congratulations on 500 subscribers. Nancy. Nancy's what? Nancy Sharon says, I think I'm scared of messing up my beautiful tops with quilting in them. You know, when I first started, I was scared too, but now it don't bother me because it's something I want to do and I love to do. After making so many, you get past it. You just try to map out a way to keep it straight, or I use that basting spray. They got different kinds out there. So if I'm closer to Walmart, I go get 3 or 4 cans of that basting spray. Or if I can go to a quilt shop, most quilt shops have that 505. And I like basting my quilts with the spray. But once I spray them and base them with the spray, I also pin them too. So that kind of helps. Hello, So We Like Crumbs. How you doing? Glad you can stop by and say hello. Hi, Kim. How you doing? I'm glad you can stop by too. Kim said, congratulations on 500 subscribers. Thank you, Kim. Thank you. Thank you, everyone. I appreciate it. Y'all know I can't do none of this without y'all. I can still sew at home, but sharing what I do and the love I have for it, I got to share it, have somebody to share it with. So I do thank y'all. I thank y'all for being a part of this journey with me. And I caught myself sitting up, y'all. I got up one day and started on this quilt, and I could have sewed the whole thing up. But sitting in this chair like I sit, I can't sit in it too long. I can sit a while. After that, 3 hours, I guess, is the max. Then I will have to stand up, stretch my leg, take a walk or something, and then I could come back to it. But just sitting straight, I don't recommend me and anyone just sit that long. We love to sew and do it, but we don't want to mess ourselves up. So after at least 3 hours, take a break. Take a break, go outside, walk around a little bit or something. If y'all live in the country, That's the best kind of walking I have ever experienced. I used to walk around the property and look at flowers, look at the bees, and look at different trees, because in the country we have a lot of those fruits and nut trees like pecans and fig trees, peach trees, plum trees, all them kind of trees, and I love that kind of stuff. When I was growing up, we always had trees like that. And we always treated our trees ourselves. Now, what all we use, I can't remember all of that, but I know ashes was involved. Wood ashes. And we had a fig tree to get bogged down with red fire ants. We treated the tree. Oh, I remember what I put on that tree. If I'm not mistaken, I think I had a mixture of something with peroxide in it. You mix it with peroxide and then you pour it at the base of the tree. And once you pour it at the base of the tree, you go out about 2 foot and pour it on the ground around the tree. My father used to have something he would do. He would hang containers, like bottle containers or something, jugs on the tree. And what that would do, I don't remember. But I do know every year we had some nice peaches on our trees, and we had strawberries where you could just sit down in the strawberry patch and just enjoy yourself. I missed somebody comment about some spray. I'm sorry. I was trying to see what it was. The comments are rolling. Hi, Mary. How you doing? So glad you could join us. Just trying to spray for the first time. Oh, wow. I used to love all of that. We had gardenings where actually my father would call them truck patch. We had like 3 of them. 4 if you would count the cane, sugar cane. We had sugar cane too. And I still remember how we plant the sugar cane. We had gardens that had sections which had tomatoes in one section and then the carrots in another section. We had eggplant and we had bell peppers and we had jalapeno pepper. We had peas and corn and tomatoes. I said tomatoes, right? And we had cabbage greens. I used to love cabbage greens. And then in another garden, we had like 10 rows of okra. 10 rows of okra, and then behind the okra we will have maybe some butter beans, and behind the butter beans we will plant rows of watermelon. We had our own watermelons. They were sweet and good. I love gardening. And we had another garden, as my father said, truck patch, that had greens, different type of greens. We had turnip greens, mustard greens, and collard greens. And I forgot what all we had in the ones that was down. We had one in the woods. And when I say in the woods, it was in the woods. You had to cross the little river We had to build a bridge, cross the little river, and go over to chop the garden and water it. And by being in the woods, we just grabbed the water from the little river to pour on it. Something wrong with my eyes, y'all. I have to lift them up to the bifocus. And I'm going to have to get that checked, though. Oh, girl, you are making me hungry. Hi, Nancy Guess. How you doing? I'm glad you could join us. I was just sitting here remembering, all the planting and the yard work we used to do. And don't forget the harvest. The harvest come in too. Thank you, Colleen. She said, don't forget the thumbs up, subscribe, ring the bell so you'll be notified. Comment and share. I done lost it because the chat jumped. Kindness is contagious. Be the light you hope to see in others. Oh, that's so sweet. That's so sweet. Thank you, Colleen. Thank you so much. While I got y'all here, let me tell y'all this. I want to apologize to all of y'all. What I'm apologizing to y'all for is that back here a few weeks ago, I was trying to talk to y'all, and I was really trying to express my pain of what I went through on after with having COVID. I don't like saying I'm gonna say the C word. And I was trying to explain my point of view to benefit and help others. And if I offended anyone, I'm taking this time out on this video to say I'm sorry. I do apologize. I didn't mean for my what you call it? I didn't mean for my story to cause a conflict or hurt somebody else. That's what I'm trying to say. So I do apologize to y'all for that. You taught me. Oh, Beverly said, you didn't offend me, Ellen. Thank you, Beverly. Just in case somebody was offended or something, I just want to put it out there, I had no intention of hurting anyone. I love to help others. And before I could willingly hurt somebody, I would let them know. I wouldn't even talk about me. So I said, I'm not going to talk about me no more if it hurt and offend somebody else. And y'all know me, I love telling stories and giving testimonies of stuff I done experienced myself and stuff I done been through. I do that because I know where I have came from. I know where God had brought me from. I remember sewing. I told somebody, do y'all really get, I don't even know how many quilts I done made. I done made so many quilts through the years and stuff. While I was making them, I didn't know anything about putting a label on them. And I done gave so many quilts away without a label. And from here on, all my quilts getting a label. I can just remember making quilts, sending them home to my mama. so she can do whatever she wanted to do with them. No label. But see, when you don't know, how you gonna do better? So when I know and learn something and find out something, I try to do better. But I want to at least apologize because I know I'm not perfect. I make mistakes too. But when I make them and learn better, I try to do better. I even try to live better. I sure do. I don't want to just keep wallowing and doing stuff that hurts other people. But to be sure, I let y'all know everyone is invited to the International Stitch Marathon, which will be taking place July the 22nd, 2022. And it will begin at 9 a.m. that day and end at 9 p.m. that night. It will be a 12-hour marathon, and everyone is welcome. I put the link in the description of this video, and I put the time it'll begin and as well as the date. So if anybody is wanting to experience sewing and chatting and having a good time, y'all, please come in and join us. Please come in and join us. We all just going to be having so much fun. And if you think you're interested and you're going to be sewing along or just sewing on something while we watch and talk, have your stuff cut out and ready. I'm going to have mine cut out and ready. I'm going to be sewing, and I've been thinking about them. I've been working on a couple different quilts, and I would love to take that time out to show y'all how I make my blocks. One of them is that cathedral window quilt I'm working on. I can show y'all how to make the blocks to that. And the other one I'm doing is the Take 5 quilt pattern. I've been working on, and I have it laying to the side over there. It's already kitted out with the pieces. Hi, Donna. Oh, let me click that. I'm so glad you can join us. How you doing? Nancy said, I try to learn from others' mistakes. That was one nice thing, having an older sister and brother. Yes, it is, Nancy. Yes. See y'all. Okay, see you later, Mary. Mary had to go. Okay. Beverly. Hi, so we like crumbs. She said, so we like crumbs. Said, I was not offended. Thank you, so we like crumbs. I just want to apologize anyway, because all of my intentions is pure and love. I would hate to offend somebody, and but long as you know, if it happened, we can always talk. You can email me, and my email is in this description. I will get them. I have to check my email over a couple times to make sure I don't miss anybody's email. But yes, you can email me and send me your phone number and say, could you please call me? And I sure will call you, and we can discuss, because I intend to offend no one. I mean, my life is too busy, full of stuff now, so I don't have time for trying to hurt nobody or break them down, whatever they call it. That just ain't me. If I had to do all that to somebody, I'd be like, nope. I tell everybody, that's a quilt. That's a quilt. The time it takes to do that, I could have made a couple blocks or something. I'm enjoying this more and more. The reason I'm doing these sashings, I'm quilting these sashings because my blocks is made out of heavy knit, which is the burgundy. This is the heavy knit, and this blue, oh, excuse me, y'all. This blue is the cotton. And at the time when I made this, I was using what I had. And the burgundy was just looking so good to me, y'all. I'm like, oh, I gotta put it in something. Even though it was knit. And the thing about it is, why I'm having such a hard time, I did not stabilize it. So y'all know when I was sewing, I was sewing up some stuff. This been from a long time ago. I keep telling everybody when I was learning how to sew, I started off with a hand needle. We didn't stabilize anything, and we always padded our quilts out with real cotton, fresh from the gin. It was real cotton, and it was clean and washed and were fresh from the gin. We at that time we could purchase it by the big, long, tall sack full, and you would take that cotton home and pad a quilt out with it. And as you pad the quilt out, you roll it up on a pipe or tube or whatever stick or whatever you had for it. We didn't have quilting frames back then. Me and my mama quilted our quilts on a bed. A lot of people used to have those racks that they would hang over the bed. And I got so good at it, y'all. My mama started letting me quilt the quilt by myself because I was fast. I could quilt a whole quilt top in a week's time by hand. And she was like, oh my goodness, how you do that? She would go back and check my stitches and say, oh, and you don't have these big old long stitches either. I said, well, that's how she taught me to do it. That's how I did it. And I did all of them like that. My mama was just she had a love for sewing and quilting, y'all. And she did it all by hands. All by hands. When I started sewing and helping her, I was just going into high school after a few quilts, and she won some prizes too. She won first place on a postage stamp quilt. That's why I love to do postage stamp quilts. Helping my mama. And she won the big round bow ribbons and stuff. I forgot what else came with it, but I think she might have won a little cash too. But it was just nice. And I just loved it from there on. And when I went to school, I took home economics, which they were teaching you how to sew too. And I took that 2 years straight so I could fully understand everything. And we had books we had to go through. I'm sorry if I'm missing somebody comment. Hi, Betty Harris. I'm so happy you could join us. Okay. Oh, it sure do a little bit. Thank you, Melissa. Practically creative. Sure. Yes, yes. So we like Crum said, that's how I learned from my mama. Only thing we got left over cotton that fell under the gin mill. Well, we didn't get the leftover like that. Me and my mama was buying our cotton straight from the gin, but we was buying, they had long sack, like cotton sacks, but they was plastic and go all the way up to the ceiling, sort of like they was long. And back then we only had to pay something like maybe $25 for a sack. And if I had the money, my husband was working at the time, and he would give me money, and I would tell my mama, get 2 sacks. So we'll get 2 sacks, and however many quilt tops we had did up, we would take that cotton and pad them quilts out and quilt them up. We just couldn't help it. I just loved it. I loved it back then, and I love it now. The only thing that really broke us from quilting at that time was harvest time, when you had to go to the gardens and harvest them, get all the corn, get all the peas, and get all the everything out the garden. And then once we get home, we had to shell all the peas and beans, and we had to shuck all the corn. And at this time, y'all, I'm young and I'm scared of worms. I was so scared of worms. If I saw a hairy worm, I will run, take off running. I will run so fast, I will pass by everybody. When I get through running, I might be a mile away from home. Kind of funny now, though. I couldn't stand a hairy worm until I prayed about it, and I prayed about it, and I asked God to help me face my fears. And one day, me and my brothers, my younger brother, was out on our carport, and we was playing with my father's hunting traps. You know, them traps that clamp the animal and break their leg and stuff. We was playing with those, and somehow something got stuck. Somebody's hand or something got stuck in the trap, and all these hairy worms was coming up from the cotton field it wasn't surrounding our house, but it was across the road. We call it road because back then you could have gravel road, but it was a blacktop road. It was across the road, and all the hairy worm was just coming up everywhere. And when hairy worms coming up like that, when it's that season, I stay in the house. And I had to go and open that trap up to get it off of somebody's hand or foot or something. And I had to do it, or they were going to lose their finger or hand or whatever it was. It was one of my sisters and brothers. It was one of them. But yes, I'm glad I faced my fear and did that, though, y'all. Oh, first place. Yes. Thank you, Colleen. Okay. Donna says, handmade by Ying with Donna says, girl, you inspire me more than you ever know. Your stories take me back to my childhood and the best of memories. Thank you. You're welcome, Donna. You're welcome. Handmade by Ying with Donna. I just be remembering these stories because I did a lot of my sewing with my mom. And when she saw that I loved the quilting with her, she went out and purchased a sewing machine. You know, back then they had those black senior sewing machines, real heavy. She got one of those. she used to love to go into the thrift stores, and she found one at the thrift store and she bought it. Brought it home, y'all. My mama couldn't sew on that thing for nothing. She brought it home and put it right before me and said, I want you to clean this up and check it out and get it going so you can help me do some quilts. I said, okay, my dear. I call my mama my dear. I said, okay, my dear. I got to check it out to make sure it's clean and everything, because I was taking home economic at the school. But I didn't have to clean no machine at the school. But it had to be a gift from God, because I took screwdrivers and I took the plates and stuff up. I cleaned out from under the plates and stuff. I got all the linen, all the debris out. I got the thread out that was caught that would make the machine catch and wouldn't sew right. I took all that out. I had machine oil and I oiled the machine up real good. I threaded up a couple bobbins and I started sewing. And when I sewed, I think I made a whole block of, put some pieces together for my mama to make a whole block. And when she got her blocks did, she was like, okay, that's all for now. Thank you. And I was just amazed that I did it on that sewing machine. I sure was. And at that time, I realized now, I said, oh, I got a sewing machine now. And I'm one of the young ladies that got married at the age of 16. I was 16 years old when I got married. And everybody in the neighborhood thought I was pregnant. And they were running up to me. You know how some people is when they busybody. Run up to you, holler, when you gonna have a baby? When the baby due? I looked at them and I said, what baby? I look at them and say, what baby? And I tell them I ain't finna have no baby till I finish school. They were like, finish school? What you get married for? You want to finish school? I said, I know what I want. And my husband was on the same agreeable terms with me. He was helping me. He was going to help put me through school, finish. And I'm so glad I was able to finish. When I did finish, I had got a GED. And I don't know what some people think about a GED, but a GED ain't just going to fall in your lap. I had to take state tests to get my GED, and you had to make a certain score level. And at that time, I worked hard to get mine. I mean, you have to create, what that was we have to create. You had to create a, Lord, I can't even think of the name of it. You had to write at least a paragraph, I'm thinking. I forgot of something. And I wound up writing a fairy tale. Mine was a fairy tale. That's what it was. And I had more than one paragraph. When I got through writing, I had a story on that page. And I kept going back reading it, make sure I got what I wanted to have on there. And that was a story. A lot of people can't write those. But I wrote mine and I had a pretty good score when I got my certificate. And before I got all that, I had opportunities and offers. I guess I'm out of bobbin thread. I've been sewing air, y'all. I had opportunity to be an airplane stewardess, but I had to fly to California, and my parents said no. So that was out. I had a bunch of opportunities come across. Letters in the mail. And when I was in school, regular school, I didn't do too bad in school. I try to keep my average up to like 100 or 90 something in all of my classes. And I worked hard at it. I practiced, I studied. My favorite subject in school was science. Science was my favorite subject. Even after I got grown, I wanted to go to college. That's why I got that GED, y'all. I wanted to go to college to take up research scientist. I wanted to be a scientist. But I knew I loved sewing. I didn't get to go back to college. Ooh, wee. My bobbin fell right on back out. There you go. But yes, I want to be a research scientist. And because my family was poor. We grew our stuff. We had stuff. We had good food and stuff like that, but most of it was homegrown. We had animals. We had chickens. We had hogs. We had goats. We had a cow. We had ducks. Kim says, Miss Ellen, your story reminds me of my grandmother. I remember so many times them telling me about how they grew up too. The things they did. I have wonderful memories. That's awesome. Hold on to the memories, Kim. Hold on to them. Handmade by Ying with Donna. Call me Miss Ellen. Love to chat. Send me your number through the email. I put my email in the description of this video. Send me your phone number. I sure call you. I put a... Oh, you... Okay. Colleen, you put a note. Okay, about the traveling quilt. So we like Crom says, Miss Ellen, was the bobbin a bullet shape one on your sewing machine? You know, I have had a machine with the bullet shaped one. I think I got one down. No, not downstairs. I have one in storage now that has a bullet shaped bobbin. But it might have been, I'm thinking it might have been a round bobbin at that time. Because I can remember using the front. You use the front of the machine to thread your bobbins. And it had a rubber where when you put your bobbin on there, you have to mash down on that button and thread up your bobbins. The bullet shaped one kind of thread a little bit like that too, but that long bobbin, a lot of people like those kind because for the simple fact that I think it holds more thread. And I think a lot of people was changing their bobbins over some kind of way. And I don't know how they did that, because I know when I finally got to meet my sister-in-law, she had a sewing machine. And I like her machine. I still like it. She had the one where you put your foot on the pedal and rock your foot back and forward. And it had like a leather band on it where go round and around. She was sewing, making skirts and dresses and everything with that machine. I got to sew on it a little bit too. Ouch. I done lost my spot. I'll find it here in a minute. Ooh, I did it again. But I love sewing and quilting. And I thank God that my mama was able to teach me. And matter of fact, she kind of like kept me under her wing, was teaching me different stuff. And once I learned what she was teaching me, I started drawing stuff. I draw me some hearts and I cut them out. And I wondered, I said, now how can I put this on this quilt? And I don't know if I saw something on PVS or something. Ooh, y'all excuse me. I saw something somewhere where it said when you cut them out like that, cut two. One for the front and one for the back. You flip it over. Well, actually, at that time, you didn't flip it over. What you did was you took one and you turn it over to the right side and you made a cut. You cut a line in it so long so you can flip it to the right side once you got through sewing, and you sew around all the outer edges. So once you sewed around all the outer edges and flip it over, you had a nice heart, to turn over to put on a quilt block. And I started doing that. And then I thought about, you know what? I said, I'm using 2 hearts here. I said, that's a lot of fabric that won't get seen, won't be used. So I said, I'm going to cut out. For instance, I was doing a quilt that had 25 hearts on a block in the front. I would cut out my 25 hearts from the fabric that I had on the front fabric. And then I would take another low grade of fabric and cut out 25 more hearts. And I'll take the low grade fabric and I will cut my split, my opening in that, and I will put right sides together and I will sew all the way around the edges of that heart, and then I will flip them out. I will flip them out, and I took the iron and I ironed all the edges as you roll them out. And when you're sewing a heart, it got a little curve in it too. And I also learned when you're sewing a curve, you take your scissors and put some little clips in it, which will help it to turn better. But don't cut the thread, the seam. You just cut a few snips with a help it turn over all the round edges. And when you turn them over like that and iron them out, it looks so good. It looks so good. And if my other sister was on the sewing machine, I just let her sew on the sewing machine, and I would take needle and thread and sew those down by hand. And it was a certain kind of stitch I was taught to do. And I'm wondering, am I through with this? It was a certain kind of stitch I was showed to do to lock that down. And I did it. I think I got these little lines here all sewn. And I have one in the center here. I'm not through yet. It'll be a while before I get through with this quilt. But yes, we would take the I don't know if y'all can see what I'm doing, but you would take, I'm gonna use this straight pin. When you got your heart on him, you go ahead and pin it down to the block. And then I would take my needle and go on the underside of it and come up so my knot in my thread won't show. And then I would go in it, make a straight stitch to the side, and then I will make another one and take my needle back through the thread and pull out on it. And then I skip a small spot and do the same thing. Go in and stick it back through the thread and come out, and it sews that edge down real good. Real good. I loved it doing that. I even got invited once to a, what y'all call that? I guess it was a church quilt party or something like that. They had a special building with air conditioning, and they had like 3 or 4 quilting frames set up where they would put the quilt on a frame, and you sit down in your chair to the frame, and you would hand sew that quilt. It'll be hand quilted. And once they got all the quilt tops done, it went on for like a 3-day weekend or something like that. I could go home and come back, go home and come back. I enjoyed that. I didn't get to experience that but once in my life, and I love doing that. I mean, we was all sitting around sewing and talking, laughing and talking. And when the ladies saw my stitches, they was like, "Oh, let her do it. Her stitches ain't long like yours." I was like, "Oh my goodness, what's in my stitch?" But the way I quilt anyway, I used a point. I just use the tip point of my needle. I don't use the whole length of the needle. I use the point. And once I pull my needle through, then the rest slides over the needle. But I haven't did much hand sewing in a while, but I love hand sewing. I used to make a quilt within a month. I will pick out my layers, and I would say, okay, I got 7 blocks to get did each week. Every week came, I had my blocks done. I did my chores, and then I did my blocks. I'm sorry if I missed anybody comment. I'm running my mouth, y'all. Okay, where am I? Discord. Yes. A quilting bee. Yes, Kim, yes. It was something like a quilting bee. And we were sitting down. We had snacks and drinks and water, and you could take bathroom breaks, and we just sit down and laughed and talk. It was just wonderful. Hi, Barbara Jean Ritchie. How you doing? Glad you could pop in and say hello. A quilting bee. Okay, well, that's what I attended. I loved it. I enjoyed it, and it left memories that last a lifetime with me. I really, really enjoyed that. The stitch is a blanket stitch, Miss Ellen. I love your stories. Thank you, Barbara Jean. Thank you. Thank you. I know I said I wasn't going to stay before y'all long, and I wanted to make sure I invited everybody to come out and join us with this International Stitch Marathon that will be taking place on July the 22nd, starting at 9 a.m. in the morning and end at 9 a.m. at night. Everyone is welcome. Do consider joining us. It will be a Zoom, so I left the Zoom link in this description as well. I thank y'all for joining me. I thank y'all for the sharing of knowledge and history, memories of our past and stuff. Y'all know I love to talk. I'm so sorry. I just talk up a storm, but I love it when it come down to quilting. It's like I can't shut up about it. My daughter and them be talking to me and they'll ask me, Mama, what you would like to do on your birthday? And I'll tell them I would love to go to a shop hop with a fabric store or something like that. And they be like, I should have known. They be like, all you do is talk about someone. I said, oh my goodness, I can't help it. I can't help it. That's who I am. I love to sew. So I'm not going to keep y'all any longer. Thank y'all for joining me. Barbara says, you sound like my mother with your stories. Love history. Thank you, Barbara Jean. Thank you. I thank all of y'all for joining me today. I done sat here a while and I have this panel. I don't know if y'all can see this blue here, but I got this panel from here to quilt with using the 1/4 inch straight stitch. All up and down, and I'm going to take a break. I will work on this later because once I get these sewn, let me see, can I find my... I had started quilting on some blocks. Then I went to have an issue because this knit is pretty thick, y'all. This knit is pretty thick. Let me show y'all. Ooh. If I don't get stuck with a pen. What I think I'm going to do is I'm going to alternate my blocks. I started off practicing here. Can y'all see that? That's one of the feathers design I was doing. I did in a couple of these blocks. And I think I'm going to go back. They're not perfect, but I'm learning. I'm still learning as I go too, y'all. And I'm doing all this through free motion. And I did not mark these. I'm using, doing them off the top of my head. And I still have some more areas to cover, but I think I'm going to use a different quilting technique with this. I'm probably going to do a few of the blocks like that and a few straight line stitching. So what I'm going to go back and do is I'm going to find my wheels. I'm going to find my wheels in these pinwheels. I call them pinwheels, y'all. I don't know if it's the windmill or the pinwheel, but it got long blades on it. And I made this a few years back, maybe 4 or 5 years back. And what I was going to do, I was going to start in here. And I was thinking about doing straight lines, so the blade will always flow outward, going this way, and then take this one and come this way with it, sewing and quilting, and do the same thing on all around like that. Do it outward like that. And once I get that done, I was just gonna these open spots like being here, I was just going to just bounce around in them, sort of like one here, one there, back there, and do each one. I think it's about 4 on the block, but try something like that. I'm not really too particular being fancy with this quilt. I'm just having fun, y'all. So if you got a quilt you don't mind bouncing around on to have fun, try it. Go for it. Test your own capabilities. You'll be surprised. I'm going to let y'all go. I ain't going to hold y'all no longer. Goodbye, Ellen and everyone. Take care. That was Beverly. Okay. June said, bye, Ellen. You have a good day. You better take a break for a while. I am. I got to get off this It's my left hip that bothers me the most. And I know when I aggravate this back, my sciatica kicks up. And when that left hip go to hurting, it goes straight down my leg to my foot to where everything go numb. And I done got to the place that I got to be careful or I trip over something. So I just tell everybody that my birthday is just saying hello. And don't forget, everyone, I still have the birthday raffle going. And it's one winner take all the prizes. The tickets is $10 a ticket each. And you can purchase as many tickets as you like. And the way I do it, you can email me with the same email under this description here, and you can let me know what you want, and I'll email you back my PayPal scanner code, and you can just send the payment through PayPal. And I like using PayPal because they protects their customer. If you report that something has been taken from you or misplaced it from you, they will put your money back in your account. So that's why I like using PayPal. And thank y'all for watching. Thank y'all for coming in. And I have photos of the items on my Facebook page. One of the prize is a king size 1-inch postage stamp quilt top. One prize is a Flynn free motion. Here it is here. Free motion quilting frame kit, where you have to buy your piping to add the fixtures to it. And another prize is 5 band rows of fabric. And there are some nice rows. One of them is a 3-inch strips of rows. And you know what? I forgot I'm about to leave. Wait a minute. Let's play a game. I gotta do something. I have 500 subscribers, y'all. I'm sorry about that. I always forget sometime now to play the game. Let me grab some fabric over here. I want that black and white. Okay, y'all. This is a nice hefty roll. And it's blues, and I see blue and white and purple, and it's a mixture of fabric. Y'all see how big this is? And this is a gallon bag. This is a gallon Ziploc bag, and it's come almost to that label. And I have 2 bands on it. So we're gonna use this one. Can y'all see the colors in it? Try to get a little bit better. It's a flow of different colors, 2.5-inch strips, all strips. And we're gonna play a game. I hope everyone is still with me so they can get in. And the way I do it, y'all know that game I just love that tickles me so much. We're gonna pick a number. I'm gonna go with the number from 1 to 120. Say 100 to 120. And okay, I wrote down my number. I'm putting the pencil down. Y'all can start guessing now to win this band roll. I call it band roll because y'all see I put rubber bands on my roll. And this is a nice roll. Let me see. I don't want to miss anyone. Okay. Y'all come on. EJ's daughter, you on fire. Wow, y'all doing good. Beverly Akins, you on fire. Who gonna be our lucky winner today? Nobody got it yet. Keep it coming. Wait a minute. Beverly Akins. Beverly, you just won it. Here's my number. Can you see that? Beverly Akins, you just won with the 113. That was my number. Congratulations, Beverly. I wrote your name on here. You guessed it, the 113. See here? That is. Even though my 3 look a little sick, but that's 113. Congratulations, Beverly. Hi, JoJo. Please email me your address so I can get that out to you as soon as possible. Awesome. Thank you, Ellen. Congratulations again on 500 subscribers. Thank you so much. I love doing these prizes and stuff, y'all. I love them. I cut a lot of my strips myself, and majority of them is hand cut. I measure out real good to hand cut them. I do have an AccuQuilt Go machine where I can cut my strips out using the Go as well. And if I get to where I can't use this hand real good for some reason, but my hand has been doing good. Y'all know I had surgery back here on them. Oh my God. It's been around the same. Well, I had mine first, then Tiffany Quilting Life had hers done. So mine was a tension release. I thought I had copper toner at one time, but it was a tension relief right here in this side right here. And I've been doing better with it. It's a blessing because I had got to where I couldn't use my hand for nothing. I couldn't even go to the restroom and use my hand. It hurted so bad. Thank y'all for joining me. Y'all have a blessed day. Colleen said, thank you, Miss Ellen, for the live sewing chat. You are wonderful to listen to. Thank you all for the company. Thank you, Colleen. Thank you. Y'all pardon me with my eyesight. I got to get them checked again soon. If it keep going like this, I'm going to be running to my eye doctor because I normally can see through my regular lens, and I even can see a little bit without them on, but it looks jumbled up together. I'll probably take my time and make it out, but it looked jumbled up together. Emily says, thanks for the chat, Ellen. You're welcome, Emily. You are so welcome. June said, hugs, Ellen. Hugs to y'all too, June. I love y'all. Stay blessed till next time. Have a wonderful rest of y'all afternoon. Bye now.